Hey Deku Fam.
Welcome back to our channel.
Welcome.
We're back with another video and we're here on this series. We're talking about toxic relationships. We're breaking up relationships this month. Has anyone broken up with their bae yet?
Yeah, if you have, let us know in the comments. That would be fantastic. Or DM us. We want to celebrate with you.
Because the best is yet to come, friends.
Come on.
Let's do this. But it's been a 4-part series.
Yeah.
In the first part, we spoke about...
we defined what a toxic relationship is.
Yes, in the second part...
we talk about how to stop entering or how to avoid entering into a toxic relationship.
And then part 3 was...
it's like what you do when you find yourself in a toxic relationship. We talked about learning to fight because some people give up too quickly. Now, we are talking about you have fought, you've tried done everything.
You've been around the mountain over and over again, but you realize it's now time to cut it because nothing is changing. And this is my favorite part. I love that people are going to actually be leaving relationships and realize that their best is not this person. So, guys, get your hot chocolate, get your popcorn, get what you need to get, because we're about to talk to you about some strategies on how to exit a relationship beautifully. There's such thing.
No, there is. There's a process to exit a relationship. So we're going to be talking through that process to give you the courage to be able to step out. Why are you still dancing?
I don't know, I'm in such a good mood. But yeah, let's get into the video. So, in order to leave a toxic relationship, the first thing that you need to do is find the courage to love yourself. Oh my gosh, this is so important. It's actually the hardest thing to do sometimes when you've been in a relationship for so long and you're deciding to leave. Oh my God.
Look guys, insecurities, self-doubt are liars. They will make you feel, your insecurities will actually make you feel like you deserve this relationship. That you're not
deserve
good.
What you went through?
Is that you deserve what you went through? It makes you feel like you're not good enough. But guys, we really need to find the courage to say, I love me. And I love me too much to allow myself to go through that. So what we need to do, we need to start off by affirming ourselves.
Yes, I love a bit of affirmation. Do you know who I am? I'm a child of the Most High. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am amazing. Like, anyone that actually has the privilege to have me is going to be blessed. So, do I really?
Anna, actually, let me just be honest. Anna's someone who really loves affirming herself. That's why she's got this big confidence. I walk into the bathroom, she was there shouting. I'm like, who you shouting at? She's shouting in the mirror.
People will question your integrity. People will be coming for you, you know, in this life. At work, your friends. So, just in life in general, people will come for you. So, you need to know who you are and reaffirm yourself. So I think sometimes before you even leave that relationship, write down a list of who you are. Bring out the Bible. Declare some things over your life.
Because I find that when people are in toxic relationship, they spend more time thinking about how bad that person is. You need to be spending more time about thinking about who you are. And if you understand who you are and you understand your strength, then it gives you more power to be able to leave. But at the end of the day, words are very powerful. So as we speak words over ourselves, this will be able to help us feel better, help us feel like stronger and have more strength to peace out.
Especially if that partner is counteracting what you're saying, like if they're saying a lot of negative things about you and have been for so long, it's so easy to take that on and make that your identity, and it probably has been for so long. But in order for you to leave that relationship, you really need to start telling yourself the truth. And the truth is not what the partner said about you, is what God says about you, what you say about yourself. That is the truth. So I feel like we need to really build up the courage, and that might take a few, I don't know, weeks, months. Who knows how long that will take for you to actually build up the courage to say like, okay, I'm actually going to leave this situation.
So love yourself enough to say amazing things about yourself. You're not lying, you're just telling yourself the truth so you can peace out.
Laters. The next thing that you need to do in order to leave a toxic relationship is close every door, right?
My goodness.
My God.
See, the thing is, when you're in a relationship, obviously over a period of time, you start making relationship with their friends, their family, and it may feel, if you're going to leave the relationship, that you're leaving a whole village. First of all, have a breakup with the friends, not directly.
I'm planning to break up with your son, I can't talk to you.
In your mind, you start breaking up. So you limit the relationship with the friends, with the family, and then you start shutting those doors.
That's so true.
Now you're left with one person, and it makes it a lot easier to leave your partner when those doors are closed, because it's so difficult feeling like you've betrayed like a multitude of people.
Yeah.
You know?
That was me with my ex-boy. Oh my gosh. I was so embedded within their family. And that delayed the breakup by what, a year? Because I was like, oh no, you know, my auntie here, oh no, what about this, what about that? And it's like, actually, if you do break up with those people mentally, it really helps. I think it's important to say, okay, are all my friends actually mutual friends of me and my partner? If they are, maybe I need to start investing in other friendships so that I can, you know, when I do break up with this guy, that is actually easier for me because I've got my own friendship circle. I think people don't have these conversations with themselves and they think, oh no, I can't break up with him because, you know, my friend is his friend. I want to see him all the time anyway. Start building a whole network.
And the thing is, what people tend to do as well, they tend to break up even and then say, oh yeah, but we're just gonna be friends. And or they say, oh yeah, we're gonna have the same mutual friend, and they don't close every door. And what ends up happening is that your partner obviously has a nice side. You're gonna be feeling vulnerable. They're gonna come back into the picture, be all sweet. You're gonna go back into the relationship, and you'll just keep going round and round in the situation.
I don't know why we're so ashamed to just literally cut things off. I can't be friends with you, I'm sorry, because you're too close friends with my ex. Like, is that a problem? Seriously, our future. Sorry, what am I trying to say? Basically, when imagine me being with you and I've got friends that are close friends with my ex. I don't know, you have to think about the future. And that's not something that you would accept. That's not something that's beneficial. And sometimes they're gap fillers, I think, until you meet your actual person. But we really need to just cut it off, deal with the pain that we would experience, you know, and move on.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
Is it making sense? Because I feel like I'm not able to verbalize. Another thing that we need to do when leaving toxic relationships is acknowledge and embrace the pain. Oh my gosh, people be dodging.
People be dodging. Like, relationships are so, like, you're so invested and it is painful to separate. However, it's better to do it sooner than later because we're just delaying an even bigger and more painful breakup.
We're often like staying in relationships because we don't want to deal with the pain of what it'll feel like if we break up. But imagine if you broke up after a year in comparison to breaking up after 5 years, the pain that you'll feel after a year is less because you're less invested, you've been in the relationship a shorter period of time. And there's people who are trying to break up with kids in the picture, with like houses and everything. Is that not harder?
All those contracts come in place, boy.
Trust me, it's so much easier to break up and deal with the pain earlier on, I think.
Definitely. And then you've got the other people who just go in with the unrealistic expectation. Yeah, I'm just gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be good.
When we break up.
Yeah, when we break up. And then they go, then they actually break up, and then now they're like, oh my god, like I feel lonely. I feel isolated. Like acknowledge. And then they run back. And then they run back when the person just show a little bit of attention. So we need to, you know, on one side, acknowledge the pain and go into it, but also don't have unrealistic expectation that everything is gonna be perfect and hunky-dory. No, there's a process and we have to allow time to heal us.
That's so true. And sometimes you can be that person who's just like, oh yeah, it's gonna be fine. And then you come out and the pain is just so much. Because you didn't really allow yourself time.
Everything comes crushing. The memories, the loneliness, the isolation.
Your friends can't get in touch with you.
It's
like
terrible.
all of that happens and then you end up going back to the situation because you weren't realistic about how long it will actually take to heal, that you actually need a process to healing, that you're going to cry a lot and it will take time. All of that, those things are not.
Like, it's actually okay to not be okay for a season, and we need to embrace it, knuckle down, fight through, and find ourselves again and keep going.
Just because it doesn't feel good when you break up with someone doesn't mean you made the wrong decision. There is a healing process. There is, you know, it's going to hurt for a bit. That was something that was familiar to you. Now you're in something completely different. But it doesn't mean that you made the wrong decision. You sometimes just need to go through the process, and people don't allow themselves time to heal, I think. Another thing that you need to do, sorry, I'm really excited on that. Another thing that you need to do in order to leave a toxic relationship is not isolate yourself.
There is a very strong tendency that when you're going through a toxic relationship, you just start to isolate yourself because you start feeling ashamed, you start feeling like quite vulnerable, you don't want to actually go and face people and have to pretend that everything is okay, so you tend to isolate yourself. But the thing is, we need to do the opposite. What we're feeling is not always right, but it's better to have the support from our friends and family to go through the transition, especially if you're feeling vulnerable. You need the strength, and if you don't have the words to affirm yourself,
other people can do it.
Other people can do it.
Yes, 100%. And like this whole idea that we could do life on our own is the most stupid stupid thing. We need community. God created us to be in community with others. You know, we need others. It's not all about you, yourself, and being self-sufficient and like, oh, I should be able to get through this breakup on my own. It's only me that got me in there, so I can get myself out. All of this talk is just nonsense. We need each other, and I think it's so important to have people around you. Like, guys, I'm struggling at the moment. I'm about to, you know, leave this toxic relationship, or I have just left it. Please just keep calling me, keep trying, because, you know, it is hard. And your mind will tell you things like, oh yeah, no, let me just stay by myself, I'll get over it if I just lie in bed.
Busy or start lying to yourself.
Or no one cares. No one cares, no one wants to help. I think people do want to help, but they're not, you know, aware. They
know how to help you. So they need you to help them to help you.
Yeah, sorry. What am I saying?
Because the thing is, when we isolate ourselves as well, like all we're doing is delaying the affirmation and the love and all the things that we need to kind of build our self-esteem to help us recover as well.
Yeah, so actually it can take you longer to get over the breakup.
So we need the support network so that we can actually work together for the better.
Yeah, 100%. And it's like, even in things like, I don't know, a couple, for example, us, like we're going through a trial and we're getting at each other and it's just us two in it. But the moment we step outside and we seek counsel or we get like, we talk to our friends about it, we get over it much quicker than 100%. We would have if it was just us two just in our house doing that. And we've experienced that. So it's the same thing when you're getting over a breakup, you know, have people around you, your friends and everyone can actually help you get over it quicker.
And you don't want people that will just come and just cuss your spouse, you don't, your ex. We don't need that. We need people again to remind us of who we are so that we can actually have the courage to be able to recover.
Yes, 100%. And the last thing that you need to do when you've left a toxic relationship is forgive them. Oh my gosh, it's the hardest thing to do, isn't
guys, we're talking about not just breaking up with a relationship, but we want your life to actually be so much better. And I think the key to that is actually forgiveness.
Oh my gosh.
And as you forgive someone, you lift the resentment off your heart so that you can actually move forward with your life. How many times people have got the weight of unforgiveness and they can't even progress, they can't even enter into another relationship, they don't even know who they are anymore because they've just got this weight of unforgiveness.
And in that situation, you might as well have just stayed in the relationship because that's what it feels like. You're still experiencing the trauma, you're still, you know, got resentment in your heart, you're still heavy burdened by the situation of your ex and the things that they did, and it's like you're the one that lives in bondage. It's not your partner, not the spouse, they've gone, they're doing their life, but the unforgiveness is something that rests in your heart and it depletes you and it limits the things that you can achieve, and
it's almost like a punishment. Like it's almost like you're punishing yourself because you're not willing to have the courage to forgive them and you're thinking that you're doing yourself a disservice, but actually you're setting yourself free so that you can fly and actually go for the life. And the way that you do it is be like, God, like I'm dealing with this thing on my heart, help me, you know, I give it to you, help me mend my heart, you know, turn my heart of stone into flesh again. Come on, like we need to actually just forgive them.
I know.
It's easier said than
it's so easy said, like, oh I forgive you, but you don't know until the moment, you know, they walk past you in the street with their new bae and you can actually smile and be like, oh, I'm actually happy for them, or you know in your heart that you're happy for them, and that is easier said than done. And I think forgiveness does take time, but it also takes intentionality. You have to literally be praying for forgiveness. You have to actually be declaring good things over their life, praying for them, maybe, and things like that. It's not something that just, you know, you just sit there and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna forgive them one day.
I'm waiting for the cloud of forgiveness to hit me.
No, you know what we say, people. It's all about intentionality, and I think intentionality with forgiveness as well.
So guys, if anyone ends a relationship because it's been toxic, guys, we want to know.
We want to know.
We might even do a video where we're anonymously, like, just sharing people's experiences to give other people courage
to do the same. Because guys, the person that you choose to do life with is one of the biggest decisions that you'll ever make. Like, it can change the course of your future. And not to put too much weight on it, but it actually can.
There's a lot of weight on it.
I feel so blessed that I actually married Gabes and I had the courage to leave my ex, because if I stayed in that situation, the course of my life would be completely different. And like, we have to think about our children, our children's children, thinking generationally about, oh my gosh, yes, it feels like, you know, I want to stay with this person, but what are the consequences of my decisions? It's not just for you, it's for the children, it's for the community and everything. So guys,
that's a very good summary. Hey,
toxic relationships are a killer.
So we need to cut them.
That this relationship, this series even helped you guys, and that we can progress together and wait for God's best.
So
guys, See you. Oh, the next series is actually...
Well, we're going to actually be posting our
vlogs. At last.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Anna needs to pull her finger out.
I know, I'm sorry guys. I've been so busy.
Everybody's been asking us about our Texas vlogs and our South African vlogs. So we're actually going to be posting over the month of, what was it, May? So guys, sit tight and enjoy our vlogs and our experience of Texas and South Africa.
Yes, and it's our 3-year anniversary.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're going to Paris as well for the day.
But yeah, we'll see you guys. Bye.